you're outside the garden, you set everything up so the flowers grow, but then there's always one flower that doesn't want to grow, even if you put everything in place. I have seen that, right? You have seen it. If you're outside of the garden just looking at, wouldn't you miss that flower that is not, or should the team take care of helping him, or how do we treat this?
Well, that's a very good topic. I have fired people in the past. It happens every now and then that you need to realize that maybe I was responsible for hiring the wrong person, maybe, and it turned out to be a mistake. And well, then I am also responsible for firing that person or offering them a place somewhere else in the organization. But sometimes we didn't have such a place. So we had to part ways. Yeah, that is something that you need to do, but not before you have received 360 feedback. So now, of course, the metaphor fails here because plans don't talk about each other. But that is something that you need to do as a manager. You need to get everyone's opinion on how is it to work with this person, because from complexity science and systems thinking, we know that it is that the performance is in the relationships between the parts. It is not in the individual parts themselves. Actually, Google has validated this with a lot of research and data on their own teams, where they found that even mediocre or average performers can make a great team together, because it is in the relationships between them where they help each other out and support each other that you get great team performance. So simply adding 5 top performers together on one team does not mean that you get a great performing team. So this has already been established, and so it means that just because someone has average performance doesn't mean that you should fire them, because maybe their position on the team is very beneficial for that team, and the others appreciate that person because maybe that person is like a catalyzer for the interaction of the others. For example, that some people have had these situations where they thought, well, I'm not really sure what this person is doing here, but whenever she is available, she's around, stuff just moves better. The other people do better job because she is around. She just helps everyone else. That's possible. So you need to get input and feedback through 360 reviews, through one-on-ones, whatever practice you use, on how do the other parts feel about each other, basically. And if you get feedback that multiple people say, well, I don't really know what that person is doing here, or it even hurts my performance when he or she is around, then you have a problem, because then this person is destroying the performance of the other people. Sometimes this happens with someone who has great performance. They are the prima donnas. They want the best kind of work, and they destroy basically the motivation of the other team members. Then I say that you need to remove those, because even though their performance is good, they pull everyone else down, and that's not what you want. If you take that person, that toxic person, out of the team, the performance of the others goes up. So you need to know. You need to ask the plants what they think of the other flowers around them, basically. That's what you need to do as a gardener. And then only when you have that feedback evaluated, then you can decide whether to take someone to another place in the organization, or just decide not to renew their contract.